Hey everyone, back again with another random tech video. I've been getting into AI stuff here lately and I wanted to run through the setup so that I remember it, and hopefully if anyone else needs some help with it, it'll be easy setup for them. All the links will be in the description below, so don't worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and start first with Git. And we'll also kick off Python while we're here. For the Python install, make sure you check the box to add it to the path and then hit install now. And that'll just take a few minutes. For Git, you can probably accept most of the options here. I use Visual Studio, so I'm going to select that. All of these are going to be default SSH, default SSL library, default checkout style. Here's what we're going to change here from MinTTY to Windows Default Console. I'm going to go next and use the default fast forward, default Git credentials, system caching, and no experimental. Alright, so we'll install that. Python is complete, so we're going to close that. And as Git's finishing up, we are going to go ahead and extract stable diffusions right here to our I drive. That is my AI directory. We can close this. And looks like Git is finished. Alright, now first up, we are going to load the checkpoints into the correct directories. Now these should go into the model's stable diffusion directory. Okay, and the first one we're putting in is the pruned. This is going to be the file that you had to accept the EULA for. Okay, and when we put this in here, we're going to just call this model, so that way it loads it up as the default. And if you're going to be doing inpainting, which is the AI generation inside of AI pictures or other pictures that you have, you want to be able to select that. It's going to be a little better at doing that inside the models. Okay, so now those are in the right spots. We go back up to the top level directory, and we are going to put the face restoration in here, the GFPGAN. Now this goes to the top level directory. You just drop it right in there, and that should be it. Oh, one more thing. If you have a 2 gig, 4 gig, 6 gig card, anything lower than 10, you might want to make some changes here in the WebUI user.bat. We are going to go ahead and edit this here with Notepad. Everyone's got Notepad. And we are going to add some arguments to this for my specific card. I will put some options below. There are a ton of options that Automatic has put in here. A lot of other builds have also been added to this for low memory fixes and various other things they've built into this. CPU only, if you want to use just your CPU without any GPU. It's really slow, but do what you gotta do. Okay, so we have saved this. I'm using low VRAM, precision, and no halves. Okay, and now we are going to go ahead and run this batch file. Now this batch file will take a little while to run. The very first time it's going to download quite a bit from the net. It's going to install Torch Vision, the rest of WebUI, and anything else that it needs while it's loading up. So we'll be back here in a few once it's loaded. And we are back. You can see here that everything cloned and installed fine, and now it's saying running on local URL. So we can bring this up in our web browser, and we should be able to bring up the web UI now. And shout outs to our sponsors, Splash Gaming. Really appreciate you guys. If anybody is into Rust, go over there. Battlefield is awesome. You'll love playing on it. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to bring up our local web UI, and this is it. You are now ready to generate images. You can click on the prompt, type in anything you want. Up here are your checkpoints. You do not have to select that model because it is already loaded. Where you will use this though is when you do the image to image send to inpaint to paint inside of your picture. That's when you're going to want to select the inpainting. So let's just go ahead and head back here. And in here we're going to go ahead and put our first prompt in. Let's see what happens if we can get a Rick Sanchez. Now you can see here in your window it'll be working on the image. Gives you an okay estimate. Do not close this window or it will close everything out. And that's what Rick Sanchez looks like in real life. So here you can change quite a few things. We can try running it through PLMS. We can also try upping the sampling steps, how many pictures it's going to look at. There's a whole ton of options here. I will make another video about. Hopefully this will get you started and you'll have fun with this. And that's it. Have a good one.